What's good, YouTube? Before we start off today's video, make sure you guys leave a like on the video. It is a very small thing that you guys can do, but it shows YouTube that you guys actually enjoy my content. That way YouTube can push my video out to more viewers. And if you guys are new to my channel and you want to see more content like this, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button and you tap that notification bell right next to it. I'm trying to reach 200 subscribers by the end of the year, so your one subscription will help and I would really appreciate it. I'm not going to waste too much time on an intro. Let's hop right into what you guys came here to see. YouTube, man, what's the deal? It's your boy, yes sir, your boy Paulie Clips, your boy Hoodie Clips, aka the man of the hour. Now listen, as y'all can see by the title of today's video, we are going over the pros and cons of NBA 2K21 Next Gen. The reason why I decided to make this video is because at the time I'm recording this video, it is December 23rd, 2020. And a lot of you guys will be getting the Next Gen consoles this Christmas or after this Christmas, because a lot of the consoles will start becoming readily available to the public. Now, with that being said, whether you have the console or not, if you've been following the 2K community, it's been a lot of mixed opinions about NBA 2K21 Next Gen. Some people, including myself, have said that this is possibly the best 2K that we done had in a few years. Other people have said that this game is boring. Other people have said this game is complete trash. But today's video isn't to go over the opinions of all the other content creators or the opinions of anyone who has the game. Today, I'm just going to give you guys a simple list of 5 pros and 5 cons that I have about NBA 2K21 Next Gen. And I'm also going to give you guys a bonus pro and a bonus con. So if that sounds interesting to you and you want to continue to watch this video, make sure you leave a like on the video and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Without wasting too much time, let's hop right into it. Coming in at number 1, the first pro that I have for you guys is the new city, and there's lots to explore. What I mean by that is, even if you guys don't have the next gen consoles, if you guys have checked out any 2K content creator who has played next gen, you realize that there's 4 affiliations in next gen. There's the Southside Vipers, there's the Beast of the East, there's the Northside Knights, and there's the Western Wildcats. So those are 4 different parks that you can play in, just in case you want to give yourself a new scenery. That way you don't have to play in the same park every year. On top of that, in every affiliation, they have an affiliation store where they have custom gear for that affiliation. On top of that, it's plenty of stores in between the affiliations and also in between the whole park where you can go visit if you want to pick up gear, if you want to go to JT Sporting Goods to pick up a basketball or to get a skateboard, whatever you so please. There's plenty of stores in the game where you can go do these things. There's also a strip mall where all the stores are connected. That way you don't have to constantly run to different areas. On top of that, there is an event center in the middle of the city. It's literally smack dab right in the middle. That way they can have events there all the time. So whenever there's an event and you want to go play the event, you can go to the event center and there's a matchmaking system. I really like that, and I really like the size of the city because there's lots to explore and there's lots to do. There's even garage hoops where you can go and play one-on-ones with your friends and rent out other courts to go play with your friends. And there's also a 5v5 court and a 4v4 court in a park dedicated to Black Lives Matter and to Kobe Bryant, just in case you want to get a little 4v4 or 5v5 action popping. Overall, the city is really diverse and there's a lot of things in the city. On top of all that, there's even people who walk around the city that you can go and you can do challenges with. That way you can earn more rep or get special rewards that other people might not get. Overall, there's a lot of things to do within the city, and 2K did a great job of adding new things and making the city large and putting so much things in the city that there's lots to explore. Coming in at number 1, the first con that I have for you guys is that the shot contest is very inconsistent. You can get greens from anywhere on the court if there's a perfect timing. Now, if you guys have watched any NBA 2K21 next gen gameplay, you guys have seen that players have made 100% smothers. They have been able to make contested fadeaways with a player right there in their face, and they have even been able to make contested layups as well. This is a really big issue with the game right now as it stands, because you can be rewarded for having terrible offense and the defense isn't rewarded as much. This is an offensive based game, as it has been for most 2Ks. Offense rules over defense. But this year specifically, it kind of feels like there's no point in having a defensive player on the court, since the shot contest system is very inconsistent and people are able to make shots in your face regardless of your defensive attributes and regardless of if you have the defensive badges or not. Badges like Intimidator and Rim Protector aren't as valuable this year because of the shot contest system. And even with badges like Clamps, it kind of feels like your player is slow-footed at times and people are able to run right past you. So moving forward this year, I hope 2K fixed the shot system, and I hope that they are able to make defense more of a priority. That way the game can feel more balanced on both sides of the court. The second pro that I have for you guys is the great graphics. Now 2K, especially during the PS4 era, was always known for its great graphics, but in PS5 they took it up a notch. They added small things in the game that's very minute but really adds to the realism of the games, such as moving clothes and moving hair. On top of that, the player models for the most part look great. Now I do realize that they don't have some of the player models because of the virus and it prevented them from getting all of the player models, but the player models that they did get in the game, they look absolutely amazing. You can tell that this is PS5 and you can tell the graphical improvement. On top of that, the city and the parks and even the snow on the ground for the new park looks amazing. Like I said, 2K has always been known for its great graphics, but in PS5, it took it a step further. The second con for NBA 2K21 Next Gen is that there is no more My Court, there's only the Gatorade Rental Courts. Now, when we first seen the Gatorade Rental Courts in the NBA 2K21 Next Gen trailer, we thought that this was a great idea and a great feature to add to the game because it adds more courts to play on and it adds more diversity to the game. But what we were not made aware of is that the My Court was getting completely removed from the game. Now, I will say this, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys didn't use your My Court, and 2K probably had some stat to realize this, and that's why they removed it and replaced it with the Gatorade Rental Courts. But for me and probably a whole other fan base of 2K, we used our My Court to work on our ball handling, to work on our defense, and to work on our jump shooting. And with this being PS5, I know that these consoles have enough power to hold Gatorade Rental Courts and to hold My Courts. So in my opinion, it was no reason to remove the My Courts. And removing the My Court really isn't that big of a deal if it wasn't for the way that the Gatorade courts were structured. As I said before, you can only have 4 Gatorade courts in one server, and every server has probably anywhere between 100 to 400 people. So with that being said, if 4 people rent out the Gatorade courts, and by the way, you can rent them out between 30 minutes and 4 hours, you will have to close your app and you will have to load up into another park to find a open server with an open Gatorade court. Now the PS5 is faster, so you're able to do that relatively fast, but still, once you have to load into one park, then another park, then another park, then you find yourselves loading into 5 parks just to get an open Gatorade court to work on your ball handling. That is really annoying. You guys should have just kept the My Court in the game. That way people have an option to play solo if they want to get better at the game. The third pro that I have for you guys is that double takeovers are back for our My Players. Now, I can't remember what 2K it was. I think it was 2K18. You were able to have double takeovers. So if you guys don't play 2K, double takeovers are you can have a sharp takeover and a slasher takeover, both equipped at the same time. It's pretty much like your player is on fire. And this, in my opinion, was a great feature to add because it makes the game more fun. And you can even switch it up. Having multiple takeovers means that when you're hot, you can do multiple things at an elite level on the court, and everybody loves double takeovers. So moving forward, I definitely think 2K should keep double takeovers in the game. The third con that I have for you guys is that it's really hard to get games because of the size of the city and because some affiliations aren't as popular as others. Now, I know this is going to sound like I'm backtracking because one of my pros are that the city is really large and that is diverse. But what I want you guys to understand is that this is a good and a bad thing. With the city being so large, there's plenty of places to go and plenty of random places to be. And if we can all be honest, everyone who's in the city isn't there to play park. Some people are there to pick up clothes. Some people are there doing the warehouse challenges. Other people are just standing around and not doing anything at all. So out of the 100 people that's in one park server, there's probably around 50 to 70 people playing. And with it being with every affiliation, without me even looking at it, taking a rough guess, probably around 7 to 10 courts. That is not enough people for you to get consistent games. And on top of that, with it being more affiliations in the city, so once again, to repeat, there's the Southside Vipers, there's the Western Wildcats, there's the Northside Knights, and there's the Beast of the East. Some affiliations are more popular than others. I can already tell you guys right now that with me playing this game for over a month, really me playing this game since launch date, the most popular affiliations are the Northside Knights and the Beast of the East. So if you're in the Southside Vipers like myself, or you're in the Western Wildcats, there could be times where you're standing on the got next spot for 5 to 10 minutes. Why are you standing on the got next spot? Because most of the players who play 2K are either in the Beast of the East or the Northside Knights. So because some affiliations aren't as popular as others, and because of the size of the city, it can be very frustrating for you to get games, especially if you don't have a YouTube logo over your head. With that being said, this can be an easy fix. All 2K has to do is allow more people in the server. This is next gen. There's no reason why it should only be 100 people allowed in one park server. And a lot of the content creators have been complaining about this, and a lot of the community in general has been complaining about this. So I'm sure 2K will fix this either this year or in future games. The next pro that I have for you guys is that load times are really fast. Now, we all expected this getting the next gen consoles with the new upgrades that they have in the consoles. Game speeds, how long it takes to get in the game, is really incredibly fast. I even seen a video from one of the 2K content creators named badgeplug where he said that it takes 15 seconds to leave the park and rejoin. That is incredibly fast. So even though some things in the game can be annoying, for example, the Gatorade Rental Courts and how they can only rent out 4 courts per server, if the courts are rented out, you can easily just, with that game, like for example, you can easily just go to play now, you can easily load back into the park and you're back into a new park within 10 or 15 seconds. So it's really no problem at all. Even though this is really just a PlayStation 5 thing, I decided to include it in this list because I play 2K on the PlayStation 5 and the load times are still incredible. So this is a dub in my book. The fourth con of NBA 2K21 next gen is that Ante-Up is only an event now. Okay, so I know some of you guys are probably new to 2K, or you're probably just watching this video just to watch it. But if you guys don't know, Ante-Up is where you bet your hard-earned VC or pay for VC against other players in highly competitive games. If you don't know what VC is, it's like virtual money for 2K. That's it, and that's the best way to explain it. So with that being said, in 2K21 current gen on the PS4 and the Xbox, Ante-Up had its own separate court, and it was there 24/7. So if you thought that park was too easy and you wanted more of a challenge, you could go to the Ante-Up, and Ante-Up of course was more competitive, and it was more difficult to win games because people are trying to earn VC and they're trying to keep their VC. What 2K really messed up on this year is that they only made Ante-Up an event. Ante-Up literally is only on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it's not even for 24 hours, it's only for 12 hours. The problem with that is some people have to work. People don't have time to play this game on Tuesdays and Thursdays all the time, so some people might automatically miss the event. On top of that, a lot of the 2K streamers played in the stage because it was more competitive, and it showed them how good, and it showed other people how good they were at the game. So taking out Ante-Up really hurted 2K on the streaming side of things. It was really no point to make Ante-Up only an event. This is next gen. You can have the event center, and you can also have Ante-Up as a 24/7 option for those who want to play it. I am not a big Ante-Up player, but I can see why some people are frustrated that Ante-Up was taken out of the game. Well, not completely taken out of the game, but only allowed on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If 2K really wants to fix this, they should make Ante-Up be there at all times when there's not an event going on. Ante-Up shouldn't just be an event. It should be an option there like it was in previous games. The fifth and final pro that I have for you guys is that on NBA 2K21 next gen, you can finally shoot around on the got next spot. We have been asking this for years in 2K. On PS4, whenever you won a game, you literally had to stand there and wait for someone to come so that then you can play your next game. Not only is this boring, but some people don't come play you at all depending on the park. If you have a good win percentage, some people are even scared to play you. So with that being said, if no one's playing you, 2K gives you the option to at least shoot around. That way you can at least keep moving, and that way you can still have fun with the game. That way you're not just sitting there waiting for someone to play you. This is an addition that 2K should have been had in the game, but adding in next gen was a perfect decision to make, and it really adds to the realism of the game, and it makes the game more fun overall. After all, we all just want 2K to be fun at the end of the day. The fifth con that I have with NBA 2K21 next gen is that the pricing for clothes or any items in the game can be absolutely ridiculous. Now, what I mean by that is everybody knows that video games nowadays have microtransactions. That's how they make their money. I'm just going to leave this in 2K terms. To get 35,000 VC, you have to pay $10 US. The legend jerseys that are in the NBA store on NBA 2K21 next gen is 35,000 VC. So what that means is to buy one legend jersey, that is $10 US. That is absolutely absurd. And just thinking off the top of my head, the skateboards that we used to ride around with, to get a custom skateboard, that's 20,000 VC. The chains are 10,000 VC. When they release new clothes, for example, the marathon clothing, or when they just release special clothes for special events, some of those clothes can be 25,000 VC, 30,000 VC, 35,000 VC. The pricing for these clothes is absolutely ridiculous. And on top of that, you don't have to buy VC, but this game is pay to win, trust me. Because if you don't buy VC, it is going to take you forever to earn that VC. To give you guys an example, you can play 1 hour of a My Career game on 12 minutes and get an A+ grade and win the game, and you will max what all your endorsements earn about 1,500 VC. That means that it can take up to 10 hours to earn 50,000 VC. Why would I spend 10 hours earning $50,000 worth of VC when I could just give 2K $15 and I'll have the 50,000 VC right there? So that is definitely an issue with the game, and 2K has to lower these prices. But with the way video games are going now, I can guarantee you that 2K will not lower these microtransactions. And for your bonus pro, what I have for you guys is in NBA 2K21 next gen, they have new clothes, new chains, new slides, and they have face masks. Now, if you guys aren't new to the 2K community, you guys know that we have always complained about it being the same clothes in NBA 2K21. Granted, the jump from current gen to next gen is still kind of the same clothes in the game, and with it being the same clothes, you would have expected 2K to transfer our current gen clothes to next gen. That way we didn't have to buy new clothes. But it's still great that 2K added new clothes to the game, like face mask, like new chains, and like slides. You guys remember in PS4 where we actually had to create slides because they didn't have them in the game? So moving forward, I really hope 2K continues to improve on this and they continue to add more clothes to the game, because we always want a fresh feel to the game, and adding new clothes is the easiest way to do it. On top of all that, I have to give 2K the credit for the Christmas clothes that they did this year. They added scarves and they added hats and they added reindeer hats. So that was a really nice addition to the game as well. And the bonus con that I have for you guys today is that contact dunks happen too frequently. Now, this is something that 2K did say that they fixed, and you can kind of tell if you have the badges that you're not getting dunked on as much as someone who doesn't have interior defense, and as much as someone who doesn't have the badges to defend it. But trust me, the contact dunks, especially this year, are really ridiculously overpowered. It does not matter if you're in the right spot, if you're in the right place to contest it. If they press square, you're gonna get dunked on. Literally, you can give a toddler your controller and he's going to get a contact dunk if he knows how to hold R2 and run to the rim. Good defense is not rewarded in the paint, because all someone has to do is have the elite contact dunk packages on and you're gonna get dunked on every single time. 2K, you have to nerf the contact dunks. And that is my 5 pros and 5 cons for NBA 2K21 next gen. If you guys agree with the list, make sure you guys leave a thumbs up in the comment section below. And if you guys don't agree with the list, tell me what you guys don't agree with, and tell me if I missed something, whether that should have been on the pros list or the cons list. And let me know what you guys think are good features of NBA 2K21 and what are bad features of NBA 2K21. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you let me know in the comment section, and I promise to bring you guys another video like this in the future. And also, just to let you guys know, if you haven't subscribed to my reaction channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to it. The channel is named Hoodie Clips. I will leave a link in the description below. And like I said in the beginning of the video, make sure you guys leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. But that's it for today's video. It's your boy, yes sir, your boy Paulie Clips, your boy Hoodie Clips, aka the man of the hour. Man, see y'all next time.